So what do we have here? Let's go back to pattern 1. We're going to copy these notes, go into pattern 2, Serum 2, copy them in, and then Control G glues them together so you get a full note here. But these aren't chords, these are just single notes, so we're going to have to fill these out. Now the easiest way to do these is copy these notes and then go 7 semitones above them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on all of them. And this will work because this is what's called a fifth above the root note. And this is not affecting whether it's major or minor. And in this case, it's just going to sound good all together. So we're already getting kind of a different sound here. And what I'm going to do actually is filter this off a little bit. And I'm going to take out some more of these lows, so it'll fit better with the bass. So now we have kind of the basis of the chords, but these aren't chords yet. These are just intervals. And an interval is just 2 notes separated by any amount, essentially. So it could be just 1 semitone, 5 semitones. In this case, it's 7 semitones. But now we have to form our major and minor chords. So in this case, we're going to go to a C note. I know this because every note I use in the A minor key is on the white keys. If I use this, that sounds fine on its own, but we're no longer in A minor. We want to stay in A minor. So what do we notice here? We have a G sharp here, so that has to go to a major. And then we have all these other ones. These are fine. Now, without getting into too much theory, there's ways of knowing exactly which notes go in what. You have to know the circle of fifths and which flats and sharps go with certain keys. In this case, I'm keeping it simple with A minor being all the white keys, but you can transpose this to any key you want once you know the circle of fifths. So I would encourage everybody, if you don't know the theory behind that, just go print out a circle of fifths sheet and mark down all the flats and sharps in every key, and then you can transpose these very easily. So if I wanted to make this in D minor, for example, all I would do is go down here, or go up, I guess, to D. I already have the minor chord here. And I know for a fact that D minor only has 1 flat, and it is B. So what do we have here? We have A sharp here, which is equivalent to B flat, and then all the other notes work. So everything's already in order. So I've transposed this to D. So that works great. You can hear it works really well. If I go back to A minor, remember the only thing you'd have to change as well are the notes in your first pattern, because you can't have a D minor chord progression and an A minor bass line. So we're going to keep them the same. And then, so we have our basic chords here. They're super simple. 3 minor chords and 1 major chord. And then what we could do is what's called inversions. So say I wanted to move this one up. That sounds good to me. And we can also add some of these. We take all the root notes. So remember, this is the root note. What I did here was invert the chord and put in what's called a first inversion, where the root goes to the highest note and then the middle note becomes essentially the lowest note. That doesn't change the chord itself. It just creates what's called an inversion, because you're inverting what's the root note. That's all it is here. In this case, what we can do as well is copy these and maybe move all these down an octave. Another trick you could do as well is take all the middle notes in this case. So we're going to take all these middle notes, and then we can actually move them up an octave, and without copying them, we're just going to move them all. So let's play it all in context now, see how we like it.